Devin, has Utopian Raid taken a Xeno before?
We were heralding the ghost.
No? We might actually end up with 2 new champions as...
Yo, long division? It's one of my favorite Sinji traps from Pac-Man. Very good defensive trap.
I just got it.
No, yeah. It's one of my favorite traps. What are you supposed to do? You can't run forward. You can't jump in. You sit there and try to process the situation.
Okay, right now we're seeing Sinji just trying to play this evasive game. Look at how vertical he's playing. I love that because Ryu doesn't really have great verticality to him. You know, he can't really get up there fast. And Ryu is actually one of the only characters in this game with a fall speed that is not, when he fast fall, he only gets a 40% boost increase in his speed as opposed to the natural 60. Is he gone? Okay, okay, he just get interrupted by that trampoline. All right, and now we're sort of getting into the stage of the battle where Sinji is thinking about how he's going to close out the stock. And Jen knows that he just needs to get a few more hits in, and then the threat of Shoryu is real.
I thought he was going to come up with the forward tilt, go for the lock. I thought it was about to happen.
No,
Sinji,
not at this percent.
Well, he's going to get the kill. The apple bonus fruit going to be enough for Sinji to take a rather convincing lead here into game 1.
Yeah, this is actually looking really convincing. Yeah, Jen knowing that he can't go for the down air there, instead goes for the up air. Gets some nice damage onto Sinji, but Sinji is like looking like he's gonna run away with this match. Already 34% onto Jen. And when Sinji has a huge lead like that, oh, it means a lot. Nice power shields coming out from Sinji. It can be so hard to deal with Ryu's hitboxes if you're not able to, you know, get those power shields. And Sinji, oh, misses a tech, but he has up B. Going to go down there and steal it from him. No, he's not able to. He wasn't able to get down there fast enough.
It looked like Jen wanted to intercept it instead of stealing it, trying to go in with the true shorty for the kill, but it wasn't going to be enough. Sinji is surviving at 104%, and Jen doing fine and keeping Sinji at the ledge, going from ledge to ledge in his pressure, but finally returning back to the ground and still having almost lapped in percentage. Jen really struggling to end the stock.
Okay, the dash attack going to catch him there. Sinji going for the cheeky recovery, but doesn't quite work out. But already he's done 99% to Jen. He definitely can feel pretty confident about this at the moment, at least until he gets to 50. Once he gets to 50%, then he has to realize that it's basically an even game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, let me say, I love how Sinji is beating out Focus with up B. Have you been noticing that? Like, that's so smart because, you know, he gets the hit, and then also the trampoline just interrupts the armor that Focus normally has. Okay. Bell in hand. Jen has to be scared about that. All right, getting some damage off of that, but yeah, look at the way that Sinji is thinking about this. Going for these cheeky setups, looking for some way to close out this stock that Jen won't see coming. Right now, he's able to stay alive, able to get this damage that he needs, but the apple not doing it just yet.
Fantastic DI from Jen, staying alive now with max rage behind him. That shield becoming ever more pressure, ever more important.
The threat of the melon just approaching you ever so slowly.
It's like walking. It's slow, you see it, but it's still scary.
Actually, one of the funny things, you see Sinji going for some of these Galaxian plays. Okay, yeah, now Sinji has to be scared. Yeah, now Sinji has to be scared because 162% on Ryu.
The comeback is certainly possible.
Oh, absolutely. You know, Shoryu is infamous for being able to steal wins. And right now,
got the apple.
I'm wondering if there are 2 minutes on the clock. That's probably a little bit too much for Sinji to actually play to a timeout. But he's playing as evasive as possible right now, knowing that he doesn't need to approach. You know, if he's able to stall long enough, eventually that timeout might become a factor. Oh, a snipe on that back air.
Just comes up with it while he can.
Oh, and the
apple's going to do it.
Look at Sinji getting up, giving a sigh of relief. He knows how close that actually was, even though he was like literally half of Ryu's percent.
Yeah.
It's one false step, and he would have absolutely lost that game 1 despite all the work he put in.
Game 2 is bringing us right back to Final Destination. No character switches. Going the whole way with Ryu. But what I'm interested in seeing is what type of adaptations is Gen going to make. You see immediately he just wants to remove the fire hydrant from the early defensive play and just trying to keep Sinji at the ledge, but in every situation where Gen has had control of the ledge, Sinji forced to recover, we haven't seen Gen really come up with anything. He hasn't been able to trump or present any options. Sinji just returns to ledge safely.
Okay, right now, Sinji actually taking a lot of damage at the start here. 54% onto him. This is looking different than that game 1. It feels like maybe Gen just needed a little bit of time to, you know, ease into this matchup. Because keep in mind, around this time, like last game, you know, Gen had like 100% on him and Sinji was sitting at nothing. And that was still a last hit game. So if Sinji isn't able to pull away, you know, that's going to be even scarier for him.
Yo, where's he going? Where's he going?
Go Speed Racer. Go Speed Racer.
Frotho trying to get some sort of stage control.
That was so much damage.
That was really smart by Gen. He knew that Sinji had some sort of option to get away from that combo. So might as well just remove the fire hydrant, charge a little, possibly catch Sinji, and that he did.
Oh, gets the weak hit of that Shoyu. Not going to close out the stock just yet, but that is a lot of damage onto Sinji. And Pac-Man is not really one of those characters that can close out early stocks that reliably. You know, he doesn't have a spike. He basically relies on those, like, you know, the key, the bell, those setups that still take a lot of time to generate. Okay, I like the use of the orange there, just throwing out these quick moves to keep Gen at bay. Oh, getting the neutral there, putting Sinji off stage once again. Tries to two-frame with a down smash. Sinji able to get past him, but the up tilts into the up air, going to close out the stock. That's only 107% on Gen, and he can feel pretty comfortable about that, considering how much, you know, Pac-Man can struggle to kill, especially without rage.
Although when Sinji's given the opportunity to armor up, there's really not that much of a pressure for Sinji getting that kill. He has the tools necessary. And we've seen time and time again in this matchup that he doesn't really struggle to get into that situation.
That covers so many options. I don't even know what option it doesn't cover. Oh, and the bell actually able to get a little bit of a combo there. 16% onto Gen. Once again, Sinji has the lead here. He's looking to extend it even more with these creative plays. Oh, yeah. All right, now we're seeing Sinji drop fun. Ah, this is so cool to watch. What do you do? Where are the hitboxes? Where are the openings? Okay, finally Gen managing to find a back air there, but even then he's taken so much damage from this. Look at that, 106%. He had the lead once upon a time. And that once upon a time is just a fairy tale at this point. Oh, there was some crazy stuff that Sinji was looking for. 122%, 130.
All right, this is the first time that we see focus really come into play for Gen trying to land. But once again, it's going to be the apple of the bonus fruit that's going to allow Sinji to take it 2-0 over Gen.
It can be so hard to prepare for that. The angle is kind of awkward. It comes out really fast.
Yes.
And just you can see that the positioning that Gen was at, he was trying the space really well, but that apple just covers this real blind spot that normally exists in Pac-Man's moveset.